My research all these years, my knowledge, my commitment to understanding what's going on around me, from working different various jobs within the system of the government, doing a lot of technical work, working with a lot of AI, artificial intelligence, research, reading countless of national defense magazines, reading tons of entrepreneurship magazines, reading interagency journalism books. I have 3 of them in my possession. Has brought me to the Great Reset. So I've seen the Great Reset in national defense magazines, and I've listened to the Great Reset, and it brought me back to the IAJ books. And there's a lot of things that go on in there that's very interesting to see how this world is going to transition over. Like I said before, and I'm going to say it one more time, this society cannot keep going the way it's going. It can't. It just cannot do it. Especially the Western society. Just can't. There's no way. Feminists, globalists, and racial ideology can't do it. It cannot sustain this society. As much as they want to push it, I can't see it holding. It's like a big old deck that's over the, it's like a big old pier that's over the Gulf. That's why they have capacity of a certain number. You put double or triple those numbers that's over those piers, eventually it will cave in. And when it caves in, majority of people are not going to make it out alive. This is where we are in this society today. So the Great Reset has come to the mindset now. It came to my feed. I did the research. And so now they're predicting by the year 2030, it literally has the 8 predictions. You own nothing and you would be happy. America would no longer be the superpower. You won't be able to transplant organs. Meat will be gone. Billions of people will be displaced by climate change. Immigration population will spike up. Be prepared to go to Mars. And last but not least, which fits into the things that I talk about, feminists, globalists, and racial ideology. Western values will be gone. It will hit a breaking point. And then I marked as bonus, no privacy and no property ownership. Of course, they talked about the NGO, which is the non-government organization. Basically, it's the rich and the elite who do not work or conform to the government. Number one would be the UN. Number two would be the IMF. Number three, the WEF. Number four, WHO. And number five, WTO. The reason why I put those into those letters, because I would like for you guys to look it up. Do your research. And of course, all these things came from the World Economic Forum, which is the WEF. The consequences in the reset is for the economics and the social thinking. The whole point is no government, but the government will try to slide its way into your lives regardless, depending on how things are between the next 10 years. They want to reset the education for more online and higher content, and also the politics and science is broken. The reason is because politics do not respect science. Politics rather listen to the voices of the opinionated on social media, whether understanding the science of society or human and environmental nature. You see, this is important because I stated in countless and countless of videos that I've stated that this society has to crash. It has no choice. And I'm serious, it has no choice. It has no choice. This society has to crash. The reason why they're pushing all this is because this society is dumbed down, especially in the westernized civilization. It's very dumb, very whorish, and very opinionated. A lot of these conversations in the Great Reset talking about the utopia society, where things will be bubbled and shared around the world. But I'm going to put it to you in pure English. This society will crash. Every man will be for themselves, whoever is left. The goal is to get to Mars. But in the meantime, this society has to be reset, has to be cleansed. By them saying you own nothing and be happy, you own nothing and be happy. America would not be the superpower because it's going to be all kinds of people. It's going to be a wasteland. Everybody's going to try to do their best to survive. Whether it's suicide, genders will take over other genders. The most vulnerable will be the women and the children. But still, men will be killed off. So America will be a wasteland. There won't be any transplant organs. Basically, no hospitals to help you when it comes to surgeries. Meat will be gone. There'll be no cattle. It will be just nature. Billions of people will be displaced by climate change. There will be billions of people who are not going to make it because of the climate, based off of where they live and where they are. Immigration population will spike. Basically what they're saying is the borders will be open, and folks that come from wherever they come from are going to come to America to the wasteland, and they will do whatever they have to do to survive. But the whole purpose is to make sure that America and this society will be a wasteland for billions and billions of people will not make it, all to be prepared to go to Mars when the dust settles. But like I said, no privacy, no property ownership, because things will be taken away from you. Western values will be gone. It will hit a breaking point. I stated this. Western values is all the things that I talk about, pushing all these agendas. That Western civilization has pushed agendas throughout the world, especially with this female empowerment, pushing and promoting LGBTQ community lifestyles and environmental things, like as far as protests and all these other things, and pushing the racial aspects, far as every damn thing is being not equal, every damn thing is being racist, and getting on people's nerves with your silly rhetoric, far as every damn thing is racist, and dealing with racism. All these things weakening the society. And those are Western ideologies that's been pushed onto the masses around the world. That too shall come to an end. Like I said, you keep piling it on, eventually the levee is going to break. So guys, I just want to talk about it. My research brought me here. I listened to the World Economic Forum platform. It was 2 hours long. And it was very interesting to hear the things that they say. Basically, in so many words, those who are in the forms of the have-nots are going to fend for themselves. And those who are left standing better be prepared for the great takeover, for the great reset. So this is where we are. How are you going to survive? How are you going to make it when this society turns into a wasteland? All just to be prepared for the great reset.